Hey, what's going on, Sublimation Cove? I had gotten some questions about what I do to address pizza wheel marks or pinwheel marks or roller marks in your prints, especially when you're dealing with a high grammage paper like a sub, the 125G. A lot of people will tell you that you're using the wrong paper. You need to go and buy additional paper, paper made for Epson printers. You can still use this paper. You just have to make a couple of setting changes to get rid of the wheel marks. First thing you want to do is get to your printing preferences. There's 1,000 ways to do this. What I do is I just go down here to the start menu, and then I click on devices and printers. You want to click on the printer that you're working with. In this case, we're going to use a 3640. I would use a 7710, but I'm using that for another video right now. So we're going to go into the printing preferences. I'll just right click, go into printing preferences. We've all seen this screen right here. It's the Epson printing preferences here. I use printing presets. If you don't, it'll be your default setting. I'm going to use this RGB base. Scenario, you need to put out 100 orders. All you have is the A sub 125. People are telling you it's the wrong paper. People are telling you to make sure that your drying times are correct on the printer settings. They are making sure to tell you that you're in the right paper, which is Premium Presentation Matte. You click over to make sure that your high speed is off. In your color correction, you make sure your color management is set to Adobe RGB 2.2. Everything seems to be correct as they give you the information, but you're still getting those printer wheel marks in your prints. So what you need to do, or what I do, is you go over to maintenance, your maintenance tab here, and go into your extended settings. And what you want to do is move this print density down to about 5%. Right? Then you want to clean your wheels in your printer with the ribbon method. If you don't know what the ribbon method is, I'll post another video in the comments, I guess, explaining that and showing it. What you want to do is move that down 5%, clean your wheels, wait about 10 minutes, and then do a test print. And what it doesn't put as much ink down on the paper, so it lets it dry a little bit faster before those wheels hit it. What I did is I went and did print tests with different densities. I normally use every 5% after a test, so I'll test at 5%, and if I still have the marks, I'll go up to 10%, clean it, run another test if I still have the marks, 15, and so on. When you don't have the marks, that's when you start to go the other way until you find that sweet spot where you can use that paper with these printers. So what I did was I printed out 3 of these at 3 different densities, and I'm going to show you the results. Okay, so here we are back in here with the results. All right, at 0%, you can see that it left noticeable pizza wheel marks or roller marks here. Even the print head scan skipped over this paper a couple of times and left some marks. Here it is at 10%, not as noticeable, but there's still a little bit. Can't get this thing to focus, of course. There we go. So there's still a little bit of lines here, but not as noticeable as 0. And then here it is at 15 with none at all on there. So trying to get this to focus, y'all. I'm so sorry. So here it is right here with no marks at all. This is what they look like on the substrate. So I already pressed these, and so these are on aluminum license plates. So again, 0. You can see the line here. 10%. Those lines are there, but they're not as noticeable. And then at 15, they're not noticeable at all. That's a lot of lint on the substrate there. But what I also wanted the guys to make note of is that you can't tell the difference in color at all. Like it's all still vibrant, but they're at different print densities, and at different print densities, they left no traces of the wheels as the density went less. So that's something you might want to try. And this is supposed to be negative 15%, negative 10%, and 0%. But that's something that you guys might want to try if you're still having issues with pizza wheel marks or roller marks, whatever you guys want to call them. So, yeah, told you I wouldn't take up too much of your time. So, good luck and good night.